Winston Foster O.D., 1956 or January 15th, 1959, better known by the stage name Yellow Man and also known as King Yellow Man, is a Jamaican reggae and dancehall DJ. He first became popular in Jamaica in the 1980s, rising to prominence with a series of singles that established his reputation. Yellow Man is considered to be one of the genre's pioneers and has been credited with almost single-handedly creating the coarse, crude, and fearlessly direct sound of today's dancehall. Spearheading the first generation of dancehall DJs, he brought the genre to an international audience. Career: Winston Foster was abandoned by his parents and grew up in the Maxfield Children's Home and the Catholic orphanage Alpha Boys School in Kingston, the latter known for its musical alumni. He was shunned due to having albinism, which was not typically socially accepted in Jamaica. In the late 1970s, Yellow Man first gained wide attention when he finished second to Nadine Sutherland in the 1978 Tasty Talent Contest, won a competition he would go on to win in the following year's edition, launching his professional career. Like many Jamaican DJs, he honed his talents by frequently performing at outdoor sound system dances, prominently with Aces International. He had success as a recording artist, working with producer Henry Junjo Laws during the early 1980s. In 1981, after becoming popular throughout Jamaica, Yellow Man became the first dancehall artist to be signed to a major American label, Columbia Records. His first studio album release was in 1982, entitled Mr. Yellow Man, followed by Zunga Zunga Using in 1983, earning instant success. Yellow Man's sexually explicit lyrics in popular songs such as Mad Over Me, boasting, like other reggae singers/DJs, of his sexual prowess, earned Yellow Man criticism in the mid-1980s. 11 In response, he has proclaimed, "I never know why they call it slackness. I talk about sex, but it's just what happens behind closed doors. What I talk is reality." During his time at Aces, Yellow Man would often perform at live shows with Vernon "Fathead" Rainford, whom he would collaborate in some studio releases over the following years. Overall, the 1980s were Yellow Man's most productive decade, going on to release around 20 albums under different labels, such as Mr. Yellow Man, Duppy or Gunman, Bad Boy Skanking, Zunga Zunga Using, among others. Yellow Man appeared in Jamaican dancehall Volcano High Power 1983, which featured other major dancehall musicians such as Massive Dread, Josie Wales, Burro Banton, and Eek Mouse. His 1984 release and debut under the Columbia label proper, King Yellow Man, was met with negative reception and proved a commercial failure. Yellow Man was persuaded to incorporate elements from rhythm and blues and disco, which did not please international dancehall fans. Ultimately, CBS dropped Yellow Man, who returned to his classic rhythms and slackness, and his career quickly recovered. He had success in 1987 with a version of Blueberry Hill that topped the charts for several weeks in Jamaica. Yellow Man had met Fats Domino when the American performed on the island earlier in the decade, and Domino had presented him with a copy of his version. By the mid-1990s, Yellow Man released socially conscious material, rising to international fame along with singers such as Buju Banton. Yellow Man became the island's most popular DJ. During the early 1980s, Yellow Man had over 40 singles and produced up to 5 albums per year. Foster reinvented himself with his 1994 album Prayer, which stepped away from the slackness that gave him his initial fame in favor of a more religious theme as a way to thank God for his success in music as well as in surviving cancer. 15. His latest albums are New York, 2003, Round 1, 2005, and No More War, 2019. Yellow Man was also a featured guest vocalist on the Run DMC track Roots Rap Reggae. Yellow Man continues to perform internationally with his Sagittarius band, and has toured through places such as Nigeria, where he retains a following of fans, as well as Spain, Peru, Sweden, Italy, Germany, Britain, France, Kenya, the United States, and Canada. He also featured on OPM's 2004 album, Fourth Masses, Citation Needed. Yellow Man was nominated for the Grammy Award for Best Reggae Album in 2 occasions, in 1985 for King Yellow Man, and in 1998 for Freedom of Speech. He was the first dancehall artist to be nominated for this category. In 2018, it was announced that he would be awarded the Order of Distinction, Officer Class, by the Jamaican government. Personal life. Yellow Man and his wife Rosie have been together since the very beginning of his musical career. Together, they have raised multiple children. Yellow Man is a fan of the NBA and attended some games in the mid-1980s. He named one of his sons after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Foster's daughter Karima followed him into a career in music and has collaborated with her father in live shows and studio productions. Philosophy. He has spoken against violence. In the Montreal Mirror in 2005, he said, "Now it's not your entertainment or teaching." If you notice the hip-hop and dancehall artists today, all they sing about drugs, clothes, car, house. When they can't get it, they get violent. I know what violence is like and what it contains and what it can do. I'm glad that the roots is coming back. The slackness style with which Yellow Man is associated sometimes has homophobic lyrics. However, in the same Montreal Mirror article, he spoke against it. "Everybody listen to me. I don't do songs against gay people. I don't do violent lyric against gay people. If you don't like a person or you don't like a thing, you don't talk about it. You don't come on stage and say kill them or burn them because everybody have a right to live." Cancer. In 1982, Yellow Man was diagnosed with skin cancer. After several surgeries, Yellow Man was able to continue his career. The cancer went into apparent remission during this time. Between late 1984 and 1986, it was diagnosed that the cancer had spread to his jaw. Yellow Man underwent very invasive jaw surgery to remove a malignant tumor. This surgery permanently disfigured Yellow Man's face, as a large portion of the left side of his lower jaw had to be removed to successfully remove the tumor. He spent some time in convalescence before returning to music and performing live shows again in 1987. Zunga Zunga Guzing. The instrumental for Yellow Man's 1982 Zunga Zunga Guzing, The Diseases Rhythm by Junjo Laws, has been sampled and imitated repeatedly since its original release. The original version of this rhythm was performed by Alton Ellis for a song called Mad, 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 produced by Coxsone Dodd in 1967. Coxsone Dodd had already released 2 dub cuts, Talking Dub and Lusaka, plus a 1980 cut by Jennifer Lara, Hurt So Good. This rhythm came to be known as the Diseases rhythm after Michigan and Smiley recorded their song, Diseases, with Henry Junjo Laws in 1981. Zunga Zunga Guzing was remade by Beanie Man and released on July 3, 2020. Yellow Man said of the release, "I wish somebody else did do Zunga Zunga Guzing. Maybe Shaggy or Sean Paul. Me not even hear it." The vocal melody of Zunga Zunga Guzing has also been sampled heavily in various reggae and hip-hop songs.